So RentSpree is like if anybody plans on working with tenants, I know Arrow does it a lot. To send an offer, they're almost always going to ask you for a background check, credit check, application, proof of income, all this crap, right? So RentSpree is just a link. You're going to each get your own individual accounts. You just send your prospective tenants the link. They fill it out, and it's going to ask them to fill out this application, authorize your credit report and everything here. And then once it's done, it sends it all to you in one file. So all you have to do outside of that is just write your contract to lease, which is that 2-page document. So it just makes that much easier and much faster, and you don't have to hunt me down to send you the results back.
All right, so getting us started, this is tenant screening made easy with RentSpree. So welcome to the team, everyone. Now, I want to get us started off with a little bit of humor. The quote reads, "We don't have a lot of money and the location is very important to us. Have you got anything located in 1965? With that being said, as we know, the average sale price is historically high and inventory is historically low. So it's important that we kind of know the dynamics of the current rental market and essentially where it's going. A good stat that reads, right now, currently 18% of millennials who don't currently own homes are expected to always rent. Now, a couple of years back, that was at 12%. So what that being said, is there a growing trajectory of people who are looking to rent for long term opposed to looking to be home buyers. And especially with this new generation that we have coming in, Generation Z, they're our largest generation to date. And with that being said, all households of Generation Z are looking to rent 60% at least by 2030. So there's money in the rental game. It's important that we kind of get in front of it and essentially you take a look and really expose some of the areas that we can take advantage and make money. Rentals are not going anywhere, as there are many reasons why someone would want to rent, but nurturing relationships will prove to be substantial in the near future for potential buyers. So let's go into some benefits of rentals. As we know, the rental transaction closes much more faster than sales. Typically, sales takes up to 45 to 60 days for some sales transactions to complete, whereas rentals can take closer to days in most cases, especially when dealing with the RentSpree tool. Also, for the rental process, it's usually the same, bringing less stress and more relationship building opportunities, which will lead to future sales scenarios, which obviously, as we know, is the holy moly and the steak. Now, going over some pain points, obviously we know the income potential is limited, but despite the benefits, you may still be hesitant to embrace rentals into your business. So with that being said, we have a modern and streamlined solution to overcome some of these challenges. So collecting fees, applications, all that good stuff, where it puts you at risk of being liable for any of that information or just dealing with the back and forth of soliciting that information. We'll go ahead and do all of that for you. So going into detail about who we are. So we are a all-in-one rental platform. So you start off with the marketing aspect. You'll build out your agent profile. Whenever you do create your account, you'll have a listing page. So with that listing page, you'll have multiple listings all on that agent profile page. So essentially it works kind of like you can look at it like a social media handle. And then, for example, you'll have actually your social media links, you'll have your certifications, you'll have your listings, you'll have your website and all that good stuff, a description, a little bit about yourself. So all of that will go into the agent profile and listing page. Now for the screening aspect, you'll have access to our online application. You have access to our TransUnion credit report and score. So that's going to be the tenant screening process. And then you'll have the opportunity to use our safe share aspect. So with that being said, if you're sharing the report, the TransUnion credit report and score to another agent, landlord, owner, whatever the case may be, it's super easy and simple for you to input an email, send it over, and then you guys are good to go. Now, for the move-in process, we have the acceptance and denial letters. We do offer a acceptance on condition as well. And then we also have signed lease agreement. So with that being said, you have e-signature. Now, I do understand that the doc send, I believe the general count is at $15. With us, you'll have e-signatures. All you'll need to do is upload any agreements or whatever paperwork you'd like to use, and then you can add a text box, signature box, whatever the case may be, send it over to your applicant, and they can do the same. And just like that, you guys are completing that transaction. And last but not least, you'll have the opportunity to use the client manager feature. So that helps you nurture your applicants. And then with that being said, we also have listing recommendations. So let's say, for example, if that applicant was denied for their initial opportunity to go into a property, we'll go ahead and send them some additional listings as well in the surrounding area in the same price range. And you can go ahead and nurture that client that way. Now, getting into the product demo portion. So this is going to be your web page. So it's going to have access to start screening along with our customer support. So if you look on the left-hand side of this page here, you'll hit request a demo. And once you hit request a demo, that will allow you to have access to our customer support staff. They're available for you guys Monday through Saturday. Now, they'll always be available on Sunday as well, but for your one-on-one Zoom calls, they're going to be available Monday through Saturday. They'll pick a date and time that works for you, and then they'll confirm with you via email that time works, and you can have a one-on-one via Zoom call. Any inquiries you might have, any questions that you like, further detail in, they'll go ahead and assist you with that. Now, before moving forward, I do want to say, in order to log into your RentSpree account, you're going to either access rentspree.com/TIPG, or you can go ahead and get this QR code. So whether you use your smart device, whatever the case, you can go ahead and hover over here and get logged in. Moving forward, I do want to show you guys. So once we do get signed in, obviously you created your account, all that good stuff, you verified. Now you have the opportunity to add a listing. So once you're in your dashboard, this is going to be the first screen you'll see. You won't see any listings, obviously, because we have not yet added any. So you're going to go to add new listing. And once you go to add new listing, you'll have the opportunity to put in the property information and all that good stuff. Now, once you put in the property information, you'll have the opportunity to screen new tenants. You'll hit screen new tenants. This is going to be the option that you'll get. You'll have the opportunity to either make the payment yourself, or the application fee will be paid by the applicant. And now you'll choose the standard rental application, and you'll go ahead and choose the credit report and score along with the eviction related proceedings.
So in our case, we're going to check off all of it. So we want the background check, credit report check, and eviction check. And then more often than not, you're going to have them pay for it. Just because I wouldn't, if I were you, pay for someone's credit check just in case it doesn't go. I don't know. I just wouldn't involve myself in anything Social Security related. So let them pay for it and it'll be 100% theirs. You can send it to them. They own it. Sorry, that was my interjection.
No, you're good. You're good. And I want to add a couple more tidbits on that. With that being said, Khalid mentioned pulling your own credit. So in this scenario, applicants are not hurting their own credit. Since they're technically pulling their own credit, it's going to be a soft pull. So it's not going to negatively affect their credit report and score.
I like it.
Yes, sir.
So you can tell them that. That's helpful in getting them to be okay with starting this process. That's the biggest hesitation they're going to give you.
All right. Now, once you go ahead and send that, or you make that request for a screening, you'll have three opportunities or three different ways to go ahead and request. You can send it via email, which is super simple. You'll add an email, and then you can hit the space bar, and then you can include more. You can do the same with the text message. Now, for the share apply link, all you'll need to do is use that link, copy it, paste it anywhere, social media, website, whatever the case may be, and they'll be provisioned over to the payment portal. And last but not least, this is my personal favorite. It's the print screening handout. So, for example, you can go ahead and print out this sheet, and then you can set it on a countertop, or you can have it, in a workspace, whatever the case may be. And your applicants can still go ahead and use that QR code, and it'll work and take them to the payment portal to get their TransUnion credit report and score and all those items that you included.
You know that? Okay, I just got an idea off of that QR code. So this is a question I asked Dominic that he answered for me. Let's just say you're working with a tenant and there isn't a property address to put in yet because you haven't chosen what they want to apply for. You put the office address. I've already did it on the main brokerage account. I'm not sure if you'd each have to do it, but put the brokerage address, and then you'll just have this recurring link that everyone can use no matter what they're looking for. So you could probably put this QR code like on the back of your business card. So when you show someone a rental or something and they need to do this, you say, here, scan this link. And then boom, they're instantly in there ready to apply. And you just go home and do the contract to lease.
Boom, there you go. Now, I do want to say one more alternative you can use. For example, if you do want to implement the agent profile page with the listing page, go ahead and use the QR code for that link to the agent profile. So all of your properties that are listed can just be easily accessible from that QR code as well. That's another option.
That makes sense.
Cool. Now moving forward, once you go ahead and request a report, now your applicant, they finish up, then you'll get live status updates. So if the renter started, if the renter requested, completed, you'll have access to this information. This is accept/deny, and you'll have total discretion in terms of making that decision. There are other companies, credit or tenant screening companies that kind of make that decision for you. So it's totally up to you guys, to be clear. Now, once you go ahead and either accept or deny, you'll have access to this section where you can either accept. As you see, we have the ready-made template for you. You can accept on condition, or you can deny outright. Now, for both accepting on condition and denying outright, you'll have the option to choose the provisionary reasons or the reasons why they were not accepted.
Okay, and just to touch on that last page before he moves on, you're only going to be doing this part if you're the listing agent or if it's a property that you're personally like managing or owning. If you're the tenant's agent, you're not going to need to do this for them. The reason we do this is if someone sends you what they feel is a respectable application package with good income, good credit, good everything, and you still come back and deny them, they're going to want to figure out why didn't you take our offer. So this just kind of protects you and saying, look, it's credit related. It's not anything against fair housing or anything with you personally that you could sue us for. So again, if you're working with the tenant, you will not need to do this part.
Thank you. Now moving forward, we do have RentSpree Pro. So RentSpree Pro is our loan add-on. So for $9.99 a month, you'll have access to automated reference checks. So if you're looking to check any previous landlords, current employers, any references that they have listed on the application, we'll go ahead and gather up that information for you and verify, so you won't have to go ahead and hound people down and call a million times. That kind of affects your workflow. So you have access to that. And then also for any renter document upload, so confidential information like pay stubs, bank statements, driver's license copies, even a verification image of a pet, you can do so on that platform. So keep in mind, it's going to be per month. It's not per transaction. So if you do push, let's say 2 or 3 in a month, I would say that's definitely worth the squeeze in my opinion.
Yeah, I would be willing to cover that expense if you guys wanted to branch into that part. Go ahead. I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Now, before we get into renter's insurance, I do want to show you what a completed report looks like. I understand that we kind of took a deep dive into what a RentSpree report is, but let me actually show you what a report looks like. So we're going to go to tenant screening, and then we're going to do Sergio Lara. And as you see, you'll have access to this credit report and score. Now you can go through each section in the all tab, and you can scroll all the way down completely, or you can go tab by tab. It's a little more efficient and cleaner. As you see, this is the rental application.
And it's a generic application. It's not like a one specific for a community. So if they have a specific one, you're still going to need to do that.
Sure. And this is the TransUnion credit report resident score. As you see, it has trade lines, credit inquiries, public records, account history as well. You can check out for late payments and all that good stuff.
And this is good because the more information you can provide to a listing agent, the more comfortable the owner is with accepting your offer. So this not only makes this faster so you can work with more renters, but it just makes you more likely to get an offer accepted.
And one last thing on this space, I want to show you guys where you'll share reports. So you'll add the email, the recipient's email, then you'll choose the items you'd like to include, or you can always go and print out or save as a PDF. Now, one nuance about regarding saving as a PDF, if you do, there will not be a property attached. So keep that in mind. If there's a one case scenario where you're not looking to have a property included on the report, you can go ahead and save as a PDF. And keep in mind, these reports do expire after 30 days. We don't suggest holding on to any old information because obviously, as we know, things circulate rapidly, especially in that regard. But if you are looking to have that information kind of in a portfolio or kind of stored if you need it, then go ahead and save as a PDF as well. You can have access to that information.
All right. And if you don't mind, I'm gonna just keep tagging in.
Yeah.
On that point, they last 30 days. I kind of feel like that's a bonus because if we really look at what rentals are for our business, they're just quick money. So it's like a quick 700, quick 800, quick $1,000 that you could just go out and within a couple of weeks produce this money. So I feel as though if within a month you haven't been able to get them into anything, you might want to consider switching them out into someone. You just want to have a constant flow of renters, even if you're doing sales. It's just the consistency of this business is rentals.
There you go. All right. Now, closing up, I'll just get back into the slide we were on. Closing up, I know I'm going everywhere right now, but closing up, we do have renters insurance. So we just went through the RentSpree Pro aspect. You'll also have access to renters insurance for your applicants so the applicants can go ahead. You can send them a link. They can build out a quote, different coverages. It's all through Assure. And I would say as a renter personally, it is competitive, the price that we offer. So it's pretty good coverage, pretty good deductible and all that good stuff.
I have renters insurance too. I think it actually covers you if like your house gets broken into and they steal your jewelry, they'll cover that. Love it.
Exactly. And then also there are some natural disasters coverages as well. So you want to make sure you take a look at that. And then
jewelry replacement. I was like, what?
And then for value add resources, we do have online rent payment. So it's going to be $3 for the tenant. The owner doesn't pay a dime. Or if you're collecting for an owner, you won't pay a dime. The applicant pays that $3. Now, we also have rent estimate reports, so you can check out marketing trends and comparable properties. And then lastly, we have the cash flow calculator. Now, if you're ever looking to connect with support, obviously you'll have access to me, but our support staff member is always available. You can either, like I mentioned before, hop on a one-on-one Zoom call. You can hop on a chat with our live support, or you can contact our knowledge base at the support email. Now, to round us out, I discussed why it's kind of substantial that we work with rentals and kind of view them as, you know, a way of substance. I do think that there is juice to be squeezed out of the rental game, and kind of getting in front of it is important, and having a tool that makes that easier is going to be all the better. We discussed the vast potential of the market, along with the RentSpree features that we have that will assist you when working with rentals. Now, I hope that this was informative. Please go ahead and create your account, use this account, play around with it. It's totally free, so you won't have to pay a dime or anything like that. You'll go ahead and access the account at rentspree.com/TIPG, or you can go ahead and hit that QR code, and then you are good to go.
Thank you, Dominic. And I guess my last final closing remarks would be, no matter what happens with the housing market that we have here, there's always going to be rentals going on. So it doesn't, the mortgage market, everything can go up or down, but people will always be renting. So just please don't turn your back on rentals. Even if you have like a set minimum where you say, I'm not doing rentals under this amount because it's not worth my time, just definitely keep it as a back burner in your business at all times.
There you go.
Also, they turn into buyers. They come back and buy.
That's very, very factual, man.
Yeah.
Gotta nurture those relationships. So that's what we're all about.
Yep, planting seeds. I appreciate you guys coming in and joining this Zoom. And thank you, Dominic. I really appreciate it. Very informative and very clear and to the point. And I love how quick your Zooms are.